Hey everyone, just wanted to welcome you back to my Flosstube channel and just welcome those who are just tuning in for the first time. Let's see, I just filmed, did a video last week, and so if you remember I was going to try and do this once a week, so here I am, and I already tried this once, and as I'm jammering on like I do, I look over here and one of my chihuahuas was up there having a lick fest. So embarrassing. So inappropriate. Like a lick fest by herself. So I stopped. So now I'm back. And then I tried it again and they all started barking because I started to talk. And yeah, it was like bad. Like I had to stop it. I've got to finish this. So it's Sunday, everyone. The 9th, I believe. Gotta go back to work tomorrow. So, the only thing I stitched this week was my rotation piece. I stitched some of Hazel, and then I got a couple of things stitched that's not in my rotation yesterday and today. So that's what I have to show you, plus a little tiny haul. I will let you all know, if you wanted to know, that Rico went in and out of surgery on Thursday, and he came out great. They removed almost all of his teeth. He's only got 2 left, one here, way back here, and one kind of right in here. They were so solid in there that after removing all the rotten ones that were left, I think our vet just felt like he would have had to break those to get them out, and he had already been through enough trauma with all of that, so he just wanted to get in there and out, so he got those 2 cleaned really well and just left those in there, and we'll see how things go from there. He's on 2 pain meds and he's on an antibiotic. For those of you who's just tuning in for the first time, he was abandoned. He's a rescue, but not through a rescue, so we kind of got him from you know, unhealthy. That's how we ended up with him, and we're working our way. So he just started coughing again last night, but the fluid around his lungs, not in it, but around it, had cleared up. We got an x-ray the day before his surgery, and it was all cleared up. It's his collapsed trachea issue that he's having a problem with now. So we're hoping by getting rid of all that bacteria and infection and being on the antibiotic, that will really help a lot of things. And we're hoping that the trachea, because it had narrowed a little bit, we're hoping that it's just a little inflamed from all the infection, and that this will, as the infection goes away with the antibiotic, that'll help. So just wanted to let you all know that he went through it fine. And yeah, I was like calling at my lunch break and panicking, but he did wonderful. My intention, I should say, was to bring him home on Thursday, sit down with him, snuggle with him right next to me, and start stitching, right? I got about 20 minutes into Hazel and I couldn't do it anymore. I had to put it away. He cried the entire time. If he wasn't sleeping, he was crying, and he was doing this. I know it sounds weird coming from a human, but that's how he was doing. He had laser therapy done to help it heal faster. He got a pain injection before he even left. And he had the pain pills I had. He was just in pain. And he's already been seen, and he's healing really nicely. He's just sore. So that's the story on Rico. So let's go ahead and get going. I got dinner in the oven. I think it's going to be done in about 20 minutes, and it's already late. It's like 7 something. Yeah, Once Upon a Time is going to be on soon. Like, I gotta hurry. And I gotta get ready myself after that for everything for tomorrow for work. So my plan was to start on my monthly magazine sale that I'm a part of. And as you all know, it was going to be this, and I was going to alter it some. I'm sorry about the light. Gizmo had not started her lick fest, I would have had a little bit of sun. Just a little bit. Well, you know, I had it all figured out, how I wanted to alter it. I had the plan. I had the size down. I even bought the floss and the variegated pink I was going to do. And I didn't do it. I didn't start it. I got home on Monday after having 10 days off. And the arthritis in my hands were just killing me. My back hurt so bad. So I didn't. So I picked up something that was already going. And I don't know if you can see it very well because of the light. But I finished the house. I just have this little bit. It looks like horns on the sheep. I don't know what it is until I stitch it. But that little bit's all I have. I'm almost tempted to pull it out tomorrow if I come straight home and if I have time. And just finish that because it's kind of silly. And then I have like this thing going on here. I think it might be mountains and then the white. I will go ahead, even though this was my week-long rotation, I think I will pull it out periodically during this week to try and get February finished. Yeah, folks, it's just February. And then I'm going to do a little back stitch on her hair, between her hair and head, because there's not much of a difference. I really think that there needs to be a back stitch. A lot of people did like browns, in the brown colors for her hair instead, and I wished I had done that, but I was so tired and my body was beaten down that I just automatically stitched. No, actually I think I stitched this on my 10 days off, which was still, I was still in a lot of pain. I've been in a lot of pain for a while. The weather has just really been brutal on me. The barometric pressure has been terrible. So, you know, it's a bad time to be stitching on this. I just stitch whatever color it shows. So I'm going to do some back stitch on that. But I want to get that done. I've still got March and April. And I've got all the stitching on the corner to do. So that was my week rotation. So then I stitched on things on this weekend that was not in my rotation. And the first thing I picked up was this little baby. And I tell you what, I just love this piece. I got the center done. And because of the stupid light, you probably can hardly see the little bumblebee. But I got the bumblebee in there. And I turned it into quarter stitches, so it rounded it out. I backstitched a bumblebee to really show you guys because I felt like it needed to be backstitched for you to really see it. I wasn't anticipating filming this at almost 8 o'clock. And I backstitched a ladybug since I was at it. And I left the black from the ladybug, the backstitch piece here because I'm going to come along probably next weekend, and I'm going to stitch part of the stem. There's 3 different colors of green for the stem, and it's going to start up here with the dark green, and there's not very much. So I'm going to stitch that so that I can backstitch all the petals. And then this part gets backstitched, and that's it. Nothing else gets backstitched. And since I already did the bee, I'm good. So isn't that so pretty? I could stitch on this all day. I love this piece. I mean, I love all my pieces, but there's just something about this. I picked this just for something fun and cutesy, and I had no idea how pretty that would be. Like, I could just sit here and keep showing it to you. I could just keep showing it. And it's even more vibrant, and the bee is just so pronounced in person. Stupid light. Why do I wait so late? Gizmo. Gizmo, Gizmo. You would have saw it better when I was filming. And she was up there. Oh my goodness. I won't tell you what she was doing. So I stitched that yesterday, today. And then when I got done with the center, I went ahead and I grabbed this Halloween tree. And I just stitched this for a little while. Didn't take me very long. But I did the kitty cats. So cute. And this little tiny kitty cat is up one stitch. So when I pull this out again, probably next weekend again, I am going to come along and right up underneath is probably the root of the tree. So I will be starting a tree starting here, and then it will sprout up to there. And then it's going to start looking more like a design instead of just a bunch of stuff stitched in a row. And if you noticed, I have not frogged that yet. Whoops. But I will. I will, because I really, really want to frog it. I really want it to look like it's supposed to in the design. And I just used I don't print this off. It's pretty long. My printer's not this long. And I just put the pattern, I just showed it really quick, back there on the back side. Usually when you start stitching something, you get the color out and you stitch on that for a while. Like the cat was 310. I just pulled out 310 and I used that today for this, and that's all I needed. So the design, well, the color list is in there, and I just look at it real quick, and then I just go with the design on the back, and away I go. I'm going to stick these in here for the night. So those, sorry I'm leaving the frames, so those are what I did. What is my rotation this week? Well, to be quite honest, I have decided that Hazel is going to be my rotation piece. The 1 year anniversary of her passing is this weekend. It's Easter. And really, this should have been my rotation piece this week. It really should. Especially since I didn't get a lot of stitchy time in with him not feeling so well. What little stitching I did on stuff could have been on this. So this is going to be my sole piece. I may pull out Happily Ever After here and there just to get a little bit of a break for like a half hour, 45 minutes. Just stitch a little of this and that there. If not, that's okay. But this is going to be my primary piece. As you can see, for those of you who have done full coverage pieces, you know this is a lot. For those of you who haven't, you're probably like, wow, you've got a lot. It's a lot. It takes all evening, and that's if I start at 6, which I don't usually have the time to start at 6. But I'm going to be working on doing that. If I start at 6, I can, by 10 o'clock at night, which is past the time I really want to stop, I can probably get 1 row if I keep at it. We'll see what happens, but I've got to get going on this. So because this is sand, I keep saying so, because this is sand, I'm able to really stitch on this and then get up and walk away and do something and come back and start again. I pick the one color. It's about 3 different colors in the sand. I pick one, as you can see, and I just start stitching to a certain point. If I start early enough, I will do it all the way down. When I did this, it was before Rico went into surgery, and he really wasn't feeling that good in that trachea thing he had. So I only stitched so far down, and then I finished it. Then Friday I was able to start, no, I'm sorry, Friday was able, what did I do Friday? I couldn't stitch on Friday. Yesterday I was able to start on all this, and tonight I will finish that. Watch Once Upon a Time, and I will finish it. And something else. I probably won't even go to bed till like 11, but I don't want to start tomorrow off until I get this done. I was supposed to have an entire page done by the end of spring break, and obviously it didn't happen. I'm just really getting frustrated with myself of not reaching my goal. So by this being my rotation piece both in the afternoon and the evening, I've got to make more headway, right? Theoretically. Of course, you know, I have this up higher. Her head is peeking over there. But yeah, that's it. That's what I did. That's Hazel. I'm really hoping that next week, if I have the opportunity to show it to you, then you're going to see a lot more progress. So, but that is a lot of progress. That's a lot of stitching. I don't know if you know how many. That's a lot of X's. Like a lot of X's. So the one and only haul I have, my magazine came in, and it's from, what's the creek? Stony Creek. And I got it for the summer bell pull. I saw Miss Oh So Crafty do it, fell in love, and had to get it. Fell in love with the magazine and the fact that this is winter of 2016, by the way. Was flipping through this and saw they have a stitch along thing going, and it's for winter and then spring, summer, fall, and I can't remember if it goes back into winter again. No, it goes through autumn. So I have the first 4 squares. You can stitch this on in Afghan, which of course I'm not going to do. 1 Afghan a lifetime is enough. So I will stitch it on a large piece. But it's so awesome. I love it. So the 4 I got is up there where the crows are. And I hurried up and looked online to see what issue they had out already, and it's spring. So I contacted them because it said if you order your subscription now, it'll start with spring. Well, I wanted to make sure that that was still accurate because they're already in the spring. Emailed them, they got back to me right away, and she said, yes, if you order right away, then it will start with spring. But I would do it quickly because we're selling out on those things. They're going pretty good. I ordered it. So I'm really hoping that I get it. I saw this magazine a year and a half ago when I was trying to decide what magazine to get. And I decided I didn't want to spend $24 for only 4 issues a year. So I got just cross stitch, which I love. Well, now I'm getting these on back order. I'm paying double. If I had just gotten a subscription back then, I would have gotten these. So you live and learn. So when I saw this one, I hurried up and got the subscription because this is $8.50 plus shipping. Now I saved a little bit of money because I got this particular one on eBay, but the seller was terrible. It took me 2 weeks to get it, but it's like brand new. It looks brand new. So, and I have it. It's not like I'm stitching it tomorrow. So yeah, I got a subscription to this. Pretty excited. So, and I'm also flipping through this, and I see this, and my first thought is Kay from Kay's Cross Stitch. Pansies. And I love it. And there goes my dinner. Pause, relax, and renew. I've been wanting to get a pansy pattern since she's been showing pansies constantly. I suddenly just got pansy on the brain and had to get a pansy pattern. Well, now here it is. And I love this one. That's just going to beat for a while. It's okay. I love this one. Welcome to the House of Cross Stitch. That would be really cute to like hang on a door. Or maybe put it by my craft station. This one's really pretty. Just a couple more I want to show you. I saw this fabric on 123 Stitched and thought it would be fun to get it and stitch something. And then I saw this when this came in. This is really pretty. I would like to stitch this. I like the berries. I bet they're very bright when you stitch it yourself. Little food owl. Believe there is good in the world. We need that right now. There's this one here. It's pretty hard to see with the stupid glare, but trust me. If you really like farm theme, which I do, and when I lived out in the country, it would have been cool. But I bet you if you stitch this, the colors would be so vibrant. I'm not showing everything, but those are the things I thought was really cute. So yeah, winter of 16. Really fun. So I know that I didn't just spend $24 for a year just for that one stitch along thing. There are many, and here's a really fun magazine. So I'm going to enjoy that. That means I have 3 magazines. I have some needle minders, and then my grind guard that Brenda from Brenda's Needle Minder and More is going to be sending when she's done sewing those up. And I can't wait to see what the surprise fabric is. Needle minder, and I ordered a few other needle minders. I'm starting to become obsessed. I love butterflies. On the back of this magazine, there's all these free patterns from past issues. Don't miss these free patterns. I don't know how I can get them now, but they're butterflies, and I love it. And Brenda already got one coming. That's a needle minder, and then she goes the other day and posted more butterfly needle minders, and I'm like, oh my goodness, just don't, Fran, don't. You just bought a bunch. Well, if they're still there on payday, I'm probably going to end up buying 1 or 2. I don't know where my obsession for butterflies came from, but it's here, folks. It's here in full force. So I guess that's it. I'm going to head off because that sucker is beeping like crazy, and I will film, even if I'm only doing Hazel and a couple of things on the weekend, if I'm able to, so you can see how she's coming along, and hopefully on the weekend I can get this started and get enough to show you. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the really sweet comments about Rico and the good wishes and the well wishes, and the positive thoughts for him. We really appreciate it. And for all the encouragement that you're giving me for Hazel. I will get her done. I know I will. I just need to calm down. Like, one video I'm freaking, the other video I'm chilled about it, the next video I'm freaking, and just whatever. But you know, it's a battle. It's a battle of emotions here, but we will get it going. I'm off to watch my show, eat a little dinner, and stitch on Hazel. I hope you all have a really wonderful week this coming week. And I hope you have lots of stitchy time to spend. Talk to you all later. Bye, everyone.